in for another night of Facebook Live, guys. It is indeed a blessing to be here with you, as I also want to recognize those that catch me on the replay from YouTube and or SoundCloud. I am your host, Tricia Bray Smith, author, educator, and public speaker. You can catch me at my website at www.triciabraysmith.weebly.com. Tonight I'm going to try something just a little bit different. I told you guys that I wanted to try some different things for this platform, and for that reason tonight, since I have a challenge that I've put out there for you guys to help me with, tonight I'm going to do something outside the box as well. So tonight, as a result of your support for accepting my challenge and helping me raise $500 for my nonprofit, I'm going to do something different and outside the box on this platform tonight. So guys, I'll tell you what it is in just a minute. First, I want to tell you about the challenge. First, I want to tell you about the challenge that I've set out for you, my audience, to help me with. I have a summer treasures education program that I'm offering on site to the local community kids. Well, not only does the local community kids participate, but I always have kids traveling from out of town, from as much as over 200 miles to be here to participate in my summer programs. In the past, we've had grants that help fund and support the summer programs. But this year, we did not secure grants for the program, so we're having to raise the funds for ourselves to support the program. Now, with that being said, with COVID, we're not able to get out and fundraise like we normally would in the summer months. So it has really been a strain on our finances. Nevertheless, we're still going to give the best program. We're still going to try new things. And also with COVID, we're not able to get out in the community and participate and build up other community projects that are going on like we normally would. So this has caused us to think outside the box so that we can fundraise in a different way. So I posed a challenge to my friends on Facebook, and I ask you that even if you're not able to help in the challenge, that you like and share the post so that maybe someone on your timeline would be willing to help us out. So in 5 days, I'd like to raise $500. And that money will go to benefit the kids in our summer program. Now, one thing about our summer program, not only do we keep our kids from losing so much academically throughout the summer months, but we also provide school supplies for them when they go back to school. Also, this year we're having to, we've decided that as a result of COVID, we're preparing their food and stuff ourselves rather than participating in the outside food programs like we normally would. So there's a lot more expenses that we're up against on top of the normal rent and maintenance supplies and things of that nature. So I ask that in 5 days, you guys help me raise $500. And I've already gotten support, and I so appreciate that, guys. So by Sunday at 7 p.m., I would like to have raised $500, and I need you guys to help me. So as a result of that, I'm doing something new tonight. So because I challenged you, in return, I'm going to challenge myself. So I'm going to let you guys into a little bit of my imagination. So tonight, in my imagination, I'm paying tribute and giving tribute to the old time saints. And so I know that we all know somebody from that old school church that maybe we grew up watching, and maybe we admired them, or we liked the way they sang, or they prayed a certain way, or maybe you see them Sunday morning shouting or doing a prayer or something like that. So I'm just thinking back. I grew up in the old Baptist church at Antioch in Gay, Oklahoma, and that was my hometown church. And it was a family church. I believe they tell me it's my great 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 grandfather that founded that church. So there's a lot of history there. And even though I do not have a membership there now, still a big portion of my family still have membership there at that church. So tonight I'm just going to give you a peep into my imagination and do something different. So if you would, while you're here with me, those of you that are watching, go ahead and like and share this video. I may regret it later, but that's okay too, right? So I was just thinking about all the men and women from my church when I grew up, like the Miss Annie Mays, the Baby Dolls, Miss Eulers, Miss Cowsers, Emily. I remember all them, and I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, hey Diane, thanks for joining me tonight, honey. And I'm thinking about all these people. And there was one song particularly that came to my mind when I think about, in my mind, reuniting with the old saints. And when I think about it, I can see them so vividly in the old church, in the old wooden church. And this song came to my mind. And it goes something like this. As I let my mind run back, I can see a little old church sitting by the railroad tracks. I think Emily used to sing this song. Just a little shabby old place. We used to sing Amazing Grace, talking about a good time. We had a mighty good time. And I was just sitting there and I was thinking about that. And you know, when she would get up there and sing that song and how we would pat our feet and clap our hands. I think we got a little background there. What is it? Okay. And so, as you can see, them babies of mine hadn't went to sleep yet. So, I was thinking, what such a good time we had. We didn't have all that music and stuff like that, you know, but you know, on them wooden floors, when you clap your hand and get to patting your feet and going on, you know, it would be such an awesome time, and you can feel the emotions going and the people stirring, and there would be tears coming down our eyes sometime. And I used to just love to engage with those old time saints and how they did things. And you know, they went through a lot of things. They didn't have a lot of the resources and things like that that we have today. But one thing that they did have, they had a lot of love and compassion for one another. And I was just thinking, with us going through all this stuff with COVID, and then we have life punching us in the face every day when we wake up, losing our loved ones every day. Every week it seems like someone is dying and going on home. It can really cause us to really get caught up in the moments of life and lose focus sometimes. So I was thinking, if Mother was here with me today, and I would go to her house and have a seat on her lap like I usually did, even in my grown old age, I would go and just have a seat in her lap and just let her put her arms around me. And sometimes you could hear her in there and she'd be singing a song. And I just wonder, what song would she sing to encourage me in such a time like this? And as I thought about it, this is what came to mind. I'm only human. I'm just a woman. Lord, help me to see all I can be and all that I am. Show me the stairway I have to climb. And Lord, for my sake, help me to take one day at a time. One day at a time, sweet Jesus. That's all I'm asking of you. Lord, give me strength to do all the things I have to do. Yesterday's gone, sweet Jesus. Tomorrow may never be mine. So Lord, for my sake, help me to take one day at a time. And as I walk through the house sometimes, and I could see her sitting there at that kitchen table singing her spirituals throughout the week, it really gave me comfort to know that I had a foundation. And not only that, I know that even during the darkest hours that I ever faced in my life, I knew that it had to be the prayers of the old time saints to bring me through. Because I didn't have enough sense, sometimes to even think to pray for myself. So it was those prayers that kept me. And it was those kind of songs that I heard so often throughout my life that I believe helped pull me through some of the darkest hours. In those days that I talked about, where maybe I wasn't doing everything right, and that, those times where I feel like I was near death, having those near death situations because I didn't have enough sense to really, choose better. I was dealing with insecurities and lack of self-confidence and just trying to find out who I was in this world and trying to fit in. And so I was wondering, what kind of advice would one of the old time saints give me for really not making decisions always necessarily right, but still pressing to try to find my way? And I wonder, and I can imagine in my head them sharing some of the things that even they went through. And so I can imagine one of them sitting me down and just having a real open conversation with me. And it's going something like, I've had trials and tribulations, unexpected situations, living here below. Friends to turn their backs on me and leave me standing in the cold. I was hurt in church as I do God's work from the fellow saints. And many times I felt like giving up, but the Holy Spirit says you can't. In this life, we go through things we don't understand. For everyone He loves, there is reason. So in my life, Satan gets no glory. Everywhere I go, I'll tell the story. How God has a way of turning things around. He meant it for my good. God meant it for my good. He brought me out, I have no doubt. I knew that He would. Now I know no defeat. I'm strong when I'm weak. God gave me a song. Now I must move on. The devil meant it for bad. Lord, I'm so glad you meant it for my good. So that just lets me know that all the good, the bad, and the ugly that we go through in life, it's going to work out for our good. And I think that is the only thing that keeps me sane throughout this 2020. Because when I tell you that 2020 has come just about every day and punched me in the face, guys, I mean just that. And so it takes a foundation. It takes a community of people like you being here with me every night and supporting what I do and how I do and allowing me to show myself to you and not feeling like I'm judged one way or another. And I just think about, even through all of this, He's still good. He's still good, and I owe Him me. I owe my Creator all of me to live my life with purpose and live this life with joy and not allow my circumstances to dictate what I can do and what I cannot do. And I know this is the message that not only did the old time saints try to teach us through their words and through their teachings and through their ministries, but they taught that to us through the life that they live. They taught it to us through even on their deathbeds as we watch them take their last breath, some of us. So, guys, I just think about it and I wonder what they would tell me if I asked them, what's the price? What's the price on living this thing, on just having that validation that our Creator, He is real. He's real and He is life, and that He lives through us. And I'd imagine all of them getting together, surrounding the table here with me and being here with us. And it just reassures me that He is our everything. And because He is our everything, we owe Him everything. And so I want to leave you tonight with this. How much do I owe Him? How much do I owe Him? How much do I owe Him? He died just for me. How much do I owe Him? How much do I owe Him? How much do I owe Him? He died just for me. I owe Him my all in all. I owe Him my all in all. I owe Him my all in all. He died just for me. So I appreciate you guys being here with me tonight as I give tribute to the old time saints. It's just something about what they done and how they done it that tonight it gives me comfort and it just warms my heart. So I hope that you guys enjoyed the session here with me tonight. Don't forget to like and share this video. Also, guys, I've challenged myself tonight, and if you accept the challenge that I've given you to help me raise $500 for my nonprofit for this summer's program, I'd appreciate that, guys. I am again your host, and Trisha Bray Smith. It has indeed been a pleasure to be here with you tonight. Don't forget to go to my website, www.trishabraysmith.weebly.com, and check out all the resources and classes that I have available for you. It's been good. Good night, everybody.